Good.
Now we're working with the client on their back. And here we start with lengthening the neck from the base of the spine. Say these words out loud after me. I stand tall.
I stand tall.
With renewed dignity.
With renewed dignity.
Trusting the firm, flexible foundation.
Trusting the firm, flexible foundation.
That supports me.
That supports me.
One of the areas that I like to stretch at this point is with the head to the side and having your arm move down to the other side towards your feet. So we kind of counter stretch as we do throughout this series of sessions, this series of strokes. As you turn your head and eyes to the left, exhaling, your hand moves down to your toes. Exhaling. Hand goes down to the toes, walk your fingers down, and your head to the left. Breathing in, relax. Going further the second time. Ooh. This is particularly people who are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders to help them free more room to receive for themselves. And the third time. Different stretches that are all counter stretches. We do the same on the other side, which you can see more easily with the camera from this angle. And as we stretch from this side, it's the same series of stretches. On the exhalations only, we always stretch on the exhalations. Your head and eyes roll to the right, and your fingers to the left toes. Exhaling now. Inhale, relax. Exhale further. Head to the right, fingers to the left. Ooh. Shoulder drops away from ears. Inhale, relax. Exhale further. So this beautiful counter stretch makes it easy. Often after the session, we show a series of stretching exercises where the person can practice the same stretching on their own, which looks like this. If you place your own head like this while you're sitting or standing, and your arm this way on top of your temple, as you exhale, pulling your left ear to your left shoulder and your right hand to the right hip, it's the same stretch, so you can do this on your own. Almost all these stretches we do during the sessions, I like to show people how to do on their own so it lasts far longer than just doing it during the time and the sequence of the session itself. So that comes after the work, is to supplement what we do on the body so the person becomes more in that place of taking charge, of continuing to shift the patterns. We focus at the top of the torso. Here, this area here is connected, as we said earlier, this is the havingness level, our relationship to receiving. If the person's shut down, they're used to giving to others, they're a mother, they're busy working, they don't have time for themselves. It happens with so many of us, this whole area is closed off. If we've had hurt in relationships and it's tight, we often don't allow ourselves to receive anything, not let alone the love from another. So to change that whole pattern, picture sunrise lifting into the heart. Each full breath, fresh start. See that? That beautiful, simple image of sunrise lifting, supplanting that right there on the visual center of our memory. We can then practice breathing in fully. Say these words after me. I fully receive now.
I fully receive now.
Full breath in now. What I most strongly desire.
What I most strongly desire.
Deserve and decree.
Deserve and decree.
More room for me.
More room for me.
To fully be.
To fully be.
As I always wanted to be.
As I always wanted to be.
And for people who are more focused also on giving back to the world and widening their contribution, not just receiving for themselves or giving, but also increasing their whole ability to bring their own contribution to humanity to the fullest, I add this point. More room for me.
More room for me.
To show up.
To show up.
Full breath. More room for me.
More room for me.
To step up.
To step up.
Fuller breath. Beautiful colors. More room for me.
For me.
To give back.
To give back.
Long exhales. As I always wanted to be.
As I always wanted to be.
Yippee!
Yippee! yippee.
And often that little silly word, that yippee, that sound, is what punctuates this deep meaning, that affirmation. It's almost impossible to forget a yippee. Like a great advertising slogan. You hear it going on and on, echoing through your brain. We continue the series of stretches, opening your ability to receive more, saying these words out loud after me. I'm ready to have it all.
I'm ready to have it all.
Breathing in as though you meant that. What matters the most to me?
What matters the most to me?
I allow, I receive.
I allow, I receive.
Full breath, beautiful colors, full volume of inhales. And I claim this now.
And I claim this now.
Good. And you can see that's happening. These are not just words. So we're increasing the capacity to receive, widening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Full breath in, long breath through. More room for you to let go, receive, and follow through. We do the same from the other side now. I'm going from side to side with working with the bilateral areas of the body. First the upper body, and then we'll continue in the hips. The same exact associations. Breathing in full, clear, strong. Breathing out far, deep, long. Saying these words after me. I'm ready to have it all.
I'm ready to have it all.
What matters the most to me?
What matters the most to me?
I allow, I receive.
I allow, I receive.
I claim this now.
I claim this now.
So you're breathing in, full, clear, strong. You're breathing out far, deep, long. Feel how much easier it is to receive than you ever allowed and knew. More room to have it all, what matters the most to you. See the smile growing on the face. A very, very good sign. Breathing in full, clear, strong. More breath of breath. Breathing out far, deep, long. Space between teeth, lips, and jaw. And now we work from the bottom up. Bringing the body with the ankles just over the edge of the table. Shaking free. That shoulder basin above, that receiving channel of breath, life force, emotional support, abundance on all levels and dimensions of your being, a sigh of heartful sound, from you. Good. And then freeing the pelvic basin below, because we're rocking the spine, the top and the bottom of the spine will be freed up from this gentle rocking. A sound of hoo all the way through, H-U, hoo, which connects with freeing through the pelvic basin, seat of the emotions. Giving me your wrists, your hands, say these words out loud after me. I release tears and fears.
I release tears and fears.
Gathered all these years.
Gathered all these years.
My shoulders drop away from my ears.
My shoulders drop away from my ears.
I release sorrow and shame.
I release sorrow and shame.
Anger and blame.
Anger and blame.
Sadness and pain.
Sadness and pain.
The more my shoulders drop away,
the more my shoulders drop away,
the more room I have.
The more room I have.
I trust what I feel.
I trust what I feel.
Think, do.
Think, do.
Write, paint.
Write, paint.
Sing.
Sing.
And say.
And say.
Hip, hip.
Hip, hip. Hooray.
That's the right answer. I could have breathed all day in my own special way, and now I can breathe even more. I am spreading my wings. Opening your wings, you can feel it, so you can receive even more. The most wonderful things you always wanted, but you didn't feel worthy, you felt you weren't good enough and unlovable. So how could you receive before? Now we open the door, saying out loud, I remember what I came here for.
What I came here for.
Excellent. So I'm touching my finger right at the base, the back of the medulla oblongata, the halls of Amenti, known as the place, the seat of all stored past knowledge. Now we continue to free in the hip joint below, space between your teeth, lips, and jaw. the more fun we have here, the easier it is to bring out the deepest, darkest, shadowy places in the psyche. That's what we're doing. If you notice, I'm a bit whimsical. He's not serious enough as a therapist. I contend to differ with you because as we create a whimsical vision quest here, it's much easier for this person to feel safe to let go. In the atmosphere of fun, everybody wants to be connected to that. So now, space between teeth, lips, and jaw, and we stretch the hip joint below while the frozen energies thaw. I mobilize what I've been sitting on to fuel my most passionate purpose here. I stretch without breaking. And I live to tell the tale. My hamstrings become less high-strung.
My hamstrings become less hamstrung.
So do I.
So do I.
My vulnerability is my strength.
My vulnerability is my strength.
Sharing my caring, my tenderness is my strength.
Sharing my caring, my tenderness is my strength.
My heartfelt humanity.
My heartfelt humanity.
My developing strength.
My developing strength.
Good. And these tissues become elastic.
And these tissues become elastic.
So do I.
So do I.
Everybody likes to have a good time. Breathing full from strong. Exhale, head looks this way.
That's hilarious.
This leg goes the other way.